Right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's a good day. Today's a very good day. My friends at Via Moto in Sheffield have hooked me right up again. Oh, whatever. Look. ...2021 RSV4 1100 factory, baby. They've lent me one, so I'm going to go and take it out for a spin and see what we think. And this is going to be a first impressions review. I'm too excited to do an intro. Let's just get on it and see what it's like.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want.
Right. I'm that excited. I might just poo. This is a bike I've been looking forward to riding for quite some time. And as of about half an hour ago when I last checked, there aren't any UK road tests of this bike yet. So, yet again, I think we have a bit of a scoop, boys and girls. Okay, right. So this is going to be, I don't have this for as long as usual, I've got this for a couple of hours tops, so this is going to be a first impression review, and then I'm going to have this for a bit longer at another point in time, but I wanted to get you lot a video out ASAP for this, because there's a lot of people wanting to buy this and looking for content on it, and there ain't none, not really. Not that I'd want to listen to anyway, not that I'd want to listen to me. Right, so first impressions leaving the dealership. it feels lovely. I'm going to do a walk around and talk about the looks in a bit. It feels the same as a 21. Riding position feels a little bit thinner actually. I don't know whether that's just me. Feels a little bit thinner. Brakes are good. It's a really familiar feeling from my 20 model. I sat on my 2020. For those of you who don't know, I own a 2020 RSV4 1100 factory, and I sat on that for a bit before I came here, just to make sure I had a good comparison. It feels the same. The switchgear is different. I'll go over that in a bit when we do a walk around and some of the new specifications, so bear with me. But it's a very familiar feeling. Dashboard's nicer. I still don't think there's a fuel gauge. I don't care, but there is one on the RS660. Whatever. But yeah, no, it feels pretty similar. It feels really special. I'll tell you one thing about it that is an absolute fact. When I saw this bike online, I'll be totally honest with you, I was like, ugh, not fussed at all. 20 model looks better. Meh, that's what I thought. I think it was horrible. I didn't think that. I just didn't think much, really. I was like, oh, whatever. But in the flesh, this is a totally different thing. It looks gorgeous. This matte paint is phenomenal. Really nice, but hang on. Oh, the noise is there. The noise. Oh, I love my Ducati, but low down and mid-range, this shits on it noise-wise. I did a video recently. I'm going to do a comparison video, and I think top end Ducati sounds better, but low down, listen to this. Oh, can't beat it. This is not the Akrapovic exhaust that you get on the 2020 model, but sounds badass. Yeah, look, right, anyway, first we've got cruise control on here. We've got different switch gear, which all looks cool, whatever. I'll play with all that later. Nobody wants to know about that on this bike. You want to know what it feels like. It feels a bit lighter. Feels a bit more nimble. I mean, power-wise, it's going to be difficult to tell out here on the roads. I can't bounce this off the rev limiter. It's done 12 miles, so I've got to be a bit respectful of it. That being said, it ain't mine. I ain't got to run it in. Oh, it's got that low down, Jesus. That auto blipper's nice. Quick shifter's butter. We're in sport mode at the minute. I'm recommended by the guy sport mode. No snatchiness on the throttle at all. Oh yeah, that's buttery smooth. So I'm going to do what I normally do. Give you these first impressions. Go and run it for a bit. Wow. Mate. What a tool. I'm actually equal parts excited, equal parts frightened today, because I don't want to ride this bike and then I have to try and find some way of buying it. There's a lot of things going on in the background at the minute with me that I'm not quite ready to tell YouTube about yet, but suffice it to say I can't afford a fourth bike yet. Big things are happening, you will see that, but that's not to say I won't be able to afford another bike soon. The gearbox is really nice. Gearbox feels a little bit slicker than mine, a little bit less notchy. Definitely feels lighter. Yeah, 100%. Let's see what we can do up here. Yeah, it flicks in a bit quicker. Wow! Speedo's in kilometres an hour, by the way, and there's some very fancy editing trickery going on. I was actually doing 46 then, for anybody who's watching. Love it. So you can change. I'll stop and play with all this, but you've got all the usual stuff: anti-wheelie, engine braking, ABS, and launch control, stability control. You've got the Öhlins electronic suspension again, which is amazing. It's really, really good. What I found about this electronic suspension is on track on my 2020 Model 1 is as I started to progress and get faster on track, just to go in and give it a quick tweak here. Braking stability was one that I went and tweaked, particularly at Cadwell, top of the back straight, and knocked about 8 seconds off on one day on my lap and started to bottom the front forks out, and just tweaking that braking stability gave me so much more confidence and speed into that park corner, or I don't know whatever the corner name is at the end of the back straight. So it's really good. Yeah, look, that's first impression so far. Very, very similar to the old one. The noise is still there, the brakes are still there, the engine's amazing. It feels a little bit more modern, a bit more special. It's matte paint. Oh. Gearbox feels slicker. Yeah, 100%. But my takeaway, my sort of main first impression is it feels lighter. Feels a bit more chuckable. Whoa! Fuck me! Slow down. Holy shit. Excuse me. Oh my god, that is... Fuck me. That felt then more aggressive than my Ducati. I'll make a few comparisons about that, but this feels a little bit more. It feels a little bit more like I'm sat in it, whereas the Ducati I'm more on it. I feel like I move around a bit better on the Ducati. This seat's quite wide for my bum. Not uncomfortable, just a bit wide. I feel like the Ducati's a little bit easier to move around on, a touch longer and a touch more comfortable. This is a bit more on it. I'm probably just going to blend my first impressions and I'm just going to blend it all into one, because I don't really have long enough to explore this and make it in loads of different parts, so you're just going to have to bear with me as I learn this bike. It's definitely more manoeuvrable. The power delivery in sport mode is aggressive. Good, like good aggressive, by the way. I was wondering what sort of exhaust noise you're going to get out of this new exhaust. Whoa! Okay, this is more, I'll be honest with you, this feels faster than the Ducati, just doing that. It feels faster, maybe not the right word, but more aggressive, and that quick shifter was just seamless. Absolutely seamless. Yeah, lower down, just pulling out of there is definitely more pokey than the Ducati. Holy shit. This is a bike that's it's difficult to, already I can tell you this is difficult to ride normally on the roads. People are going to get a lot of speeding tickets on one of these bad boys. The gearbox and the steering are stand out for me. Definitely steers quicker than the Ducati and the 2020 model. If anybody's wondering what the differences are, fucking petrolite. Oh, get some fuel. Let's see if they fix this bloody petrol tank. Anybody who knows Aprilia's RSV4s knows that you cannot fill the fucking things up without petrol pissing back out of it again. It's literally impossible. When you've got matte paint, it's not cricket. Okay, seems to have fixed that. Yeah, it's full throttle petrol. Yeah. Alright, well done. What's one of the negative things I was going to tell you about it fixed? So what do you think walking back to it in a petrol station? I always think that's a good barometer. When you walk back to your bike and you've got it in a petrol station and you stare at it, what do you think? There's a damn fine looking bike. Is it as beautiful as a Ducati? Let's have a think about that. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! This has got like rip your arms off, instant grunt low down. It's noticeably more aggressive than the Ducati, noticeably. I haven't caned the Ducati yet, but this has got definitely more low down and mid range. That it's actually quite shocking, in a good way. Brakes are awesome. Not that you wouldn't expect it. Same Brembo setup, I think, as the 20 model. Not that you would really want to improve on that. Oh, gear changes are nice. I know I'm repeating myself. This is unfortunately you're going to have to deal with this because I don't have enough time to cut it and edit it into nice little segments. I don't have the luxury of that today. And gear changes are amazing. Again, all speeds are in kilometers an hour and we're on a private road in Mexico. Before you get in the comments. Jeez, honestly, I as I'm riding this now, so that you change your mind, right, as you ride bikes for a while, and your different things make sense, don't make sense. And firstly, it was like the weight and the lightness of it felt nice. Then it was the gearbox felt noticeably better. Now as I'm using it more, the power, it definitely feels more grunty than the V4S. It feels more grunty than anything I've ever ridden, and I've ridden everything in this segment that's modern, and they're all on my channel. Look up here. It sounds exactly the same as a 20 model though, which is obviously a very, very good thing. I was worried about the exhaust being different, still no self-cancelling indicators. That's it. Like I said, there's a couple of, from a negative point of view, I'll get to that, but early indications are like negative things, like, come on mate, put a fuel gauge on it. But I can't grumble too much, because my Ducati doesn't have one, I don't really care. But the RS660, that's like half the price, it's got a fuel gauge. I don't really understand that. The other negative points are, this is a personal preference thing, right? The paintwork looks gorgeous, like absolutely divine. The matte paint and everything, but I can tell you from experience from my 2020 model, if you are anal about keeping your bikes looking pristine with the OEM paintwork and fairings, matte paint is an absolute pig. Any mark or scratch or little rub against it with a zip or anything, you can't polish it out. You just can't get it out because you obviously polish the matte out of it. Oh wow! Holy crap-a-moly! This thing handles. Come on, Daz. Move over, son. Alright, calm down, calm down. Whoever's ordered one of these, though, bravo, well done. You have a good bike. I'm going to go and give it the wife test now and let the wife and kids have a look at it. I like to do that, see what they think. And then we'll go and find somewhere and do a bit of a walk around. Alright, so so the wife said, that's a nice colour, isn't it? But ultimately prefers the looks of the Ducati, that's all she cares about. To be fair, the Ducati I think is probably the only bike that she really has like. I know she liked the ZX6R, oddly. She thought that was a nice looking thing. But she just looking at the bright colours. But I think yeah, let's have a walk around it. I want to have a closer look at this before I start giving an opinion on the looks of it. It does look way better in the flesh though. Right, so what do you think? Let's have a walk around of this. I promise you, whether this comes out on film or not, this looks so much better in the flesh than it did on the internet pictures that I saw. So much better. I will run through a few specs, although I firmly believe that specifications on a bike like this are almost meaningless. It feels very, very similar in feel. Sat on it, looking at it as well, the frame looks the same. The swing arm's different. It's got a different MotoGP inspired swing arm, but it feels the same, like dimensions wise at least. Weight feels a little bit less. But look at it. I mean, the matte paint. Look at that matte paint. I don't know if that's going to come out on camera or not, but it is pretty nice. Although, as I said earlier, it's going to be rough to keep clean. If you look at the new LED headlights as well, they're pretty nice. That's a big improvement actually, and a very much needed improvement. So yes, it's got the inbuilt winglet, so you can see here. It's got a new 6-axis internal platform. So what they're saying is that the thing that a lot of people, professional track riders, complained about was the electronics package was not as good as some of the competitors. It was lagging behind. They've addressed that now. Can't test that for you, but you're going to have to take Aprilia's word for it. It's got a new 1099cc power unit instead of a 1077cc one. And although it sounds the same, through this exhaust, which is different to the 2021 model, it feels more aggressive. The power delivery in the short space of time, admittedly, that I've had this, does feel considerably more aggressive. Like I said, it's improved the electronic features, but it's more powerful, high capacity, blah blah blah, all this nonsense. What do you think to it? I don't think it's quite as beautiful as the Ducati, but was it ever gonna be? I'm not sure. You've got that TFT, I can show you that now. If you look at the TFT, it's better, but it's not perfect. The switchgear feels a bit nicer, that is for sure. You can change user mode, street mode, sport mode, and you can go into everything and change all the different settings. You go in here, vehicle mode, race mode, road, race. As you go into race mode, you get 3 different settings, so let's put it in that for a second. Go back, so you see here, right, you've got track 1, 2, and race. Everything's off in race, so no thanks. I don't think today is the day. And then you go back to road mode, and again you can change all the suspension. I'm not going to go through it all now. It's just a really quick, I've got to get this bike back to dealership, but I wanted to at least give you a little walk around and see what you think about it. It's not, visibly wise, it's not massively different actually to 2021. When you sort of take away the wings and stuff, it looks pretty much the same, which to me is no bad thing. I think the wings look better. They look a lot less like an afterthought. Look at this MotoGP style swing arm. That's different. It's better than the other one, I think, anyway. Yeah. Again, like I said before, you've got the electronic O-rings, suspension, Brembo brakes. They're phenomenal. I mean, they just are. But this is Euro 5 compliant now, so it's got more torque. It's got 92 pound-foot of torque at 10,500 RPM, and it's 217 brake horsepower. Like I said, it's got a slightly bigger engine. I don't know whether I can feel the bigger engine or whether it's just the way that it's mapped, but it feels ballistic. Definitely quicker than Ducati, certainly at the rev range that I've been at. Definitely quicker than the old model as well. Well, I'm not. That's the specs I'm doing on that. I hate doing specs on bikes like this. This bike is all about, when you sit on it and ride it, or you see it in the showroom, or you see it in your garage, do you get a buzz? That's what this is about. How does it make you feel when you ride it? Is it cool to you? You make your own mind up on what you think about the looks, but I promise you, it's way nicer than on the press images that we got. Way nicer. Right. So, let's go and hit some twisties on it now. Oh yeah, it loves the bends. Oh my god, the low down power is ridiculous. Wow. Yeah, it tips in quicker than the old model, 100%.
Nobody else
my opinions so far after an hour or two are, what a machine. It's better than the last one, okay, that's for sure. I think it looks better than the last one, but I'm not a judge of looks. I think in the flesh it's completely different. I think the wings look like an actual proper design now. The swing arm looks gorgeous. It's not massively different from the other one. It's just tweaks, right? LED lights, bit of a better dashboard, the wings are a little bit better, but the feel of it feels like I could be sat on my bike, really. My 20 model. It's not that much different. The differences come in how it makes you feel when you're riding it, which is the all-important thing. Forget the specs, I keep saying it, right, but don't look at the specs. It doesn't matter. 217 horsepower, 214 horsepower, 180 kilograms, 900 kilograms. It makes no difference at all on a bike like this. You know, 99.5% of the people that ride these bikes will never get to those sorts of limits where you can tell. But yeah, so the things that are different and better, this 20 odd cc increase in engine size, I'm not saying that's made the difference, but the engine and the power delivery is way different. It's more aggressive, more brutal, early down, like low down, mid range. I've not really caned it yet, but it's out of hand, like in a good way, right? I'm not dissing it. It's nice. The 20 model, when I rode that, was a bit smoother, felt a bit easier to ride. I feel like you'd have to be a bit more on your P's and Q's with this bad boy than the 20 model. And that's being honest. Same with the Ducati that I own as well, the 21 V4S. You know, that V4S is smoother than this. This is now turned into got a much more aggressive personality about it than the last one, and certainly anything I've ridden before. It just feels mad. But that's good, right? You know, really good. The brakes are great. The brakes are the same. It feels lighter. I don't really know what it weighs. I don't really care. It feels lighter. It feels easier to just flip about. Feels more solid through the bend. Suspension feels like it's set up a bit stiffer as well than the old one. Nice, really nice. The gearbox feels a bit better as well. So the three things: the gearbox, the weight, and the power delivery, they're all improved. The power delivery could be to different people's taste, but you can tweak that in the settings and put it in street mode if you want, or when you get to the track. But it's faster. That's all you need to know. It is faster. I'd be surprised in a drag race, from what I've felt, if it much beats this. This feels at the bottom end. I'll tell you how this feels, right? This feels at the bottom end. Oh my god! It feels at the bottom end like the Fireblade feels at the top end. Check that out. I'm dead serious. Fucking hell. It's like, I know the more I swear on a video, the more something is fast. It is just like savage power. They've tweaked all the electronics. Cool. I can't really tell you about that. We need to get that on a track and see how that feels. A better rider than me, frankly, probably would be better off listening to on that. But they've tweaked the electronics, which some people said was a bit dated. Cool. Alright, no problem. Good tweak. Price of it is 23 grand nigh on, which is about what the 2020 model came out at. Again, go and see Gary at Via Moto at Sheffield. I'm not saying you're going to get a massive deal on these, but you might do. They are flying out the showrooms quick sharp, without anybody even riding them, which is why I wanted to get on this and give you impressions now. If you've ordered one of these, brilliant, amazing bike, absolutely amazing. It looks stunning, it's brutal fast, handles amazing. It's an Aprilia, right? The build quality feels special. You know, if I had to compare it to 20 model, it's slightly better in all different areas, but massively better in the power and the sort of general weight of it, feeling. They're the sort of standout things to me. And gearbox feels sublime. Looks, base it on your own preference on looks. I think it looks better now I've seen it. I didn't before. I'm not a fan of matte paint. I don't ever want to own a bike with matte paint again. It's just, it messes with my OCD too much. But again, you know, everybody's different. Do what you want to do. Nothing massive has changed with this. That they've just made all those little things better. And oh, that power! I don't want to get banned from driving, but the power you know on the road is it's obscene. Like really, that's a huge huge difference for me. So would I buy one? Absolutely. I can't tell you what's better, the Ducati or this or the S1K. You know, this to me is better than the 4-cylinder ones, with the caveat that I've not ridden the ZX10. The Fireblade, that's nonsense on the road. Like, it's no good to nobody on the road. The 2020 V4S, this is better in all counts. This is a better bike to ride than the Ducati, but the Ducati's got a bit of something special. The S1K is boring. I haven't got much time for that bike, to be honest. This would be the bike I would buy if I could only have one super bike, for sure. No hesitation. All my bikes get taken away. They say to me, right, you've got one bike to do everything, road, track, whatever you want to do. Definitely this, hands down. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I honestly thought I'd be a bit bored of it, and like I thought it'd be the same, and the looks put me off, but I'm so wrong on that. It's a stunning thing. So yeah, look, that's my early doors verdict. I need more time on it to give you a much better impression. Things may change over time, and I will get more a longer term review on this in the not too distant future. But I wanted for all you people who are thinking about buying one to have a look at this. Do it immediately. Trust me. And this is not sponsored, by the way. I don't get anything off Gary. Barely even get a cup of tea out of him. So yeah. Honestly, if you like the video, I need to wrap this up now. If you like the video, please hit the like button, yada yada yada. Subscribing really helps. I appreciate it if you do that. Thanks for everybody for watching, and I need to go and have a sit down in a dark room and calm down. My God. See you on the next one. Bye.